Next, we move on to specification number 2, which asks us to explain why most forms of life are completely dependent on photosynthesis. To understand this, we first need to examine the dependence of living organisms on sunlight. Sunlight is the ultimate source of energy for almost all living organisms on Earth. It provides the energy that drives biological processes and supports the survival of ecosystems. Without sunlight, most organisms would be unable to obtain the energy needed for growth, reproduction, movement, and other essential life processes. Now let's talk about the role of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the crucial process that links sunlight to life. It takes place in green plants, algae, and some bacteria. During this process, chlorophyll absorbs light energy from the sun. This light energy is then converted into chemical energy and stored in organic substances such as carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. These stored food substances act as energy reserves. Plants use some of this energy for their own growth and survival, while the rest becomes available to other organisms through feeding relationships. In this way, photosynthesis provides the foundation for energy flow within ecosystems. Animals cannot manufacture their own food, so they depend on plants either directly or indirectly. Herbivores obtain chemical energy by eating plants. Carnivores obtain energy by feeding on herbivores or other animals. Omnivores, including humans, consume both plants and animals. Therefore, regardless of what an animal eats, its energy supply can ultimately be traced back to photosynthesis. Energy from the sun moves through food chains in a step-by-step manner. For example, sunlight is captured by wheat during photosynthesis. The wheat grains are processed into flour, which is then used to make bread. Similarly, sunlight is captured by grass through photosynthesis. A cow feeds on the grass, producing milk, which can then be used to make cheese. Therefore, sunlight forms the foundation of life on Earth. Through photosynthesis, solar energy is converted into chemical energy and passed through food chains, supporting all living organisms. Even fossil fuels and many modern energy sources can ultimately be traced back to energy that was originally captured from the sun, highlighting its central role in sustaining life on Earth. As shown in the diagram, sunlight is first captured by plants through photosynthesis. This energy is then transferred to products such as wheat grains, grass, and nectar, and later passes through animals and food products such as bread, milk, cheese, and honey before finally reaching humans and other consumers. Sunlight is captured by wheat during photosynthesis. The wheat grains are processed into flour, which is then used to make bread. Similarly, sunlight is captured by grass through photosynthesis. A cow feeds on the grass, producing milk, which can then be used to make cheese. Another example can be seen in flowering plants. These plants use sunlight for photosynthesis and produce nectar. Bees collect the nectar and convert it into honey. Once again, the energy stored in honey originally came from sunlight.